parents let their children play video games? How many knows what exactly they're playing? Children all over the world are playing video games with shooting, fighting, stealing, etc., which can cause desensitization to real violence. Not only that, but it can cause things like poor relationships amongst family members, poor performance in school, and much more. Many studies have shown video games are more harm than good for your child. Let's act so we know what our children are actually learning. We need to keep our children safe, which means we need to watch closely to what we expose them to. According to Richard Gallagher, director of NYC Child Study Center's Parenting Institute, players who become engrossed in first-person shooter-style video games, for example, may adopt a detached view of society or develop aggressive thoughts and tendencies. This is extremely important. This is the future of our country. These children's brains are basically sponges absorbing everything. If their brains are being filled with bad things, they will essentially make bad decisions. If we do not ban video games, this can cause children to grow up with so many long-lasting problems. Our children are the future of our country, and we want what's best for them. There are numerous alternatives to video games, like reading books, board games, exercise. Evaluate your child to figure out what most interests them, so they won't desire to play video games. When a child claims they are bored and need something to do, offer something more consuming and time-consuming, and express how important it is to get their exercise. Also make these alternatives more available to them. Children already have enough energy, why not direct it in a more beneficial way? Children will be more focused on positive things without video games. The chances of children being violent goes down because they will not be desensitized to violence. Children will no longer be preoccupied with video games, but other things like books or exercise. Children will now focus on more than just a television screen. Children may lose out on the chance to see what failing is not everything. Not all video games are a bad influence, but educational. So remove the video games from your child's room because it's causing more harm than good. We can stop this from the very beginning and cut out video games for good. Today's most popular video games, such as Grand Theft Auto, can cause a negative impact on a feeble child's mind by causing poor relationship, poor health, and desensitization to violence. By offering an alternative like sports and education, this can interest a child to more helpful things. We need to take action before the video games become worse and sabotage more children's minds, causing unnecessary problems in the future. We are creating the future now by how we raise our children.